Greetings. I am the love child of Jeremy Hambley and Atozy. I'm wearing the hat.
And I'm Zach.
Holy shit, you were there the whole time.
Otherwise known as Asmongold. That's me.
Oh, no, you look more like Smoochy Boochie. You look more like Jay.
No.
You got that look, bro. You're just
No,
like...
I don't.
But you're like him without bulimia or a drug problem.
I should have grabbed water, but I'll just suffer through the whole show.
I only got like 3 cold sores if you want.
What about your herpessyphil...
Herpessyphilimidia.
Herpessyphilades?
Yeah, Asia, 16, 17 years. It'll tend to, make your piss look purple. That's normal, right?
I think there should be an actual illness now called sting AIDS.
Well, there's already VAIDS, but now we're already off the algorithm.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Should we start
no.
over?
No, I'm not starting over for anybody. Let's see.
We're off the algorithm because we talked about bad things.
That word, yeah, because it's implying a conspiracy.
Sting AIDS?
Well, no, the V one that I said.
I don't.
That's trouble.
I didn't even hear what you said.
Oh, well, that's
It
good.
was some new word that I'd never...
Maybe they didn't.
Can you
either.
explain it for those of us that are stupid?
Nope. But yeah, do I have my shit set up? But anyway, hi, my name is Mike Fluke. You're watching Asia Based TV, the Not the Show. And
What does that mean? What does that mean, not the show?
Because the real show is Hobo and Quest, and it's going to be a radio show format, and it's going to be at 6 to 9 p.m. Manila time every day, so that way people in the States around 6 to 9 a.m. can listen to us on the way to their slavery.
Can I be Hobo, or do I have to be Quest?
No, you can be I'll tell you what. If we go with the other name, Homo and Queer, then you can be
I
queer.
Take my pick.
But yeah, so actually, I'm kind of glad you asked. Because, the radio show format, we're actually going to do bits, segments, and stuff like that. I'm just waiting on the investment to come in, so we wanted to do some reps, put our reps in prior to that. But, we are going to be a radio show. We're going to be on Spotify. We're going to be on Apple, iTunes, whatever, podcasts, and all the things. I'm going to do IRL streams on Kick as well. And the only thing that we're really going to stream on YouTube is Hobo and Quest, and then this as well. This is just banter. We're riffing it. Sometimes we talk about topics that we're actually going to talk about later on Hobo and Quest, but right now we're just kind of having fun. Oh, you're in the chat. I guess I should kind of share the URL.
Yep.
But
Can't you type in the chat too?
Can't I type in the chat? I could.
Yeah, it's always me typing and you never doing any of the work.
Because I'm watching all the other shit. Yeah, so if you want to get us going and shit like that, I'm currently literally a hobo. If you want to help us out, you can drop us a super to support the channel. We do plan when we do Hobo and Quest. We do plan on helping out around the country. There was a lot of earthquakes recently. I think our first month or so. We want to rally up super chats and donate. Not yet. When we start Hobo and Quest, anything you donate now is just because I'm a broke ass until I get my big investment in about a week.
Broke ass mother.
Father. Yeah, mother father. But in the future, super chats are going to go the first month or so. We're going to try to donate $1,000 US to, and I might match it depending. We're going to go in person. We're going to make donations at barangay halls where they were affected most by the earthquake. We're not going to do it Mr. Beast style. We're not going to brag. Me and Chris both have some beliefs where, you don't show off when you're doing a good deed. But we want to show that we're going to actually put the money where we say we're going to put the money. That's why we're going to go there on site and have receipts, for what we're doing. But in the meantime, if you want to help my hobo ass out so I don't leech off Chris too much,
hit the like button.
Nelly tipped $50.
Nelly's in there.
Nelly. Is it always a random name? I thought Olivia was donating $50.
No, it's like sometimes it's like Mandahar or whatever.
Shaniqua.
Yeah, Shaniqua. Yeah.
So let's not touch that one.
Well, actually, that is another episode.
Yeah.
The Changing Consumer Habits episode.
Shaniqua never donates. I've never actually heard her name on there.
It was just like there's this one reel I saw. We're going to use it on the Changing Consumer Habits one when they started doling, like supposedly the CIA started doling out names for black people, and it's like, okay, we'll take a white person's name, and then we'll add like an equa, or if it's a man, we'll add like a duh or a l in the beginning. So like Sean, Deshaun, or LeSean, you know. Anyway, so anyway, yeah. If you want to help with the channel, that's how you do it. The link is on your screen, and then there's a link in the description. You can also leave us a voicemail. I finally updated the URL at asiabased.tv/record, and we can play that voicemail on a real episode of Hobo and Quest when we do the new format. And you can also join the members only community, because there's going to be a lot of streams in there that I am not putting anywhere online. But definitely go to hobowithalaptop.com/connect. It's also in the description. You can see all of the places that we are. Kick, Rumble. You know, if you can like our page on Facebook, that'd be great, because we can stream on Facebook once we reach a quota.
I can't stop.
It's so funny to him. It's so funny.
Not gonna do it anymore.
To you, yeah. Fucking dad. But yeah, man. So I guess I kind of did all that. So that's the whole thing.
What do you want to riff on today?
Today we're riffing on what is it? LBH, Losers Back Home.
Losers Back Home.
Oh, did I update the image?
So it's going to be a self-deprecating show.
Yeah, I hope I updated the image. Did I? Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I just clicked because it said number 5.
Yeah. Did it have the sketch?
Maybe. I said I just saw number 5. I read, but I didn't see the picture.
I might have just like used the one from before.
I could click back, actually.
It's okay.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a sketch.
Not the show.
Good.
So
yeah.
You can see it here or on your own device.
I figured if we're going to riff on our own, then we had to make sure that we were as self-deprecating as possible going into it. But yeah, man. So I've been in Asia going on 17 years. Chris has been here on and off for 15 years. So like,
but I've been here permanently only 1 year in Davao.
Yeah.
And it's been so wonderful.
Oh, everything is wonderful now.
But it's not so wonderful when I run into LBHs.
Yeah, it's just like that's kind of why I lived in Palawan for the longest time, is because it was like Spanglish for me. It was like the Goldilocks thing where, you know, like in Spanglish, you didn't want to be number one, because then you get that kind of like scrutiny if you're number one. You know, you get that kind of customer that like comes in there and expects it to be like everything perfect all the time, and they're real snooty dicks.
That's why I also enjoy visiting Huckleberry's sometimes instead of TJI Fridays, which is the place for
they have it here
foreigners to go. Yeah, in Abriza.
Really?
Yeah, and there's always foreigners at the bar. I'm friends with a couple of them on Facebook, but I just don't want to sit there with foreigners all day. And
yeah, that's good to know, though. I didn't know that. I didn't know they had a TGI.
Yeah,
I don't even think I've been to one in my life.
It's at the very end of Abriza after you come in from the entrance, like at the far end, deep in the mall, at the far end.
Oh, it's in a mall, too.
Abriza is a mall, but it's also like connected to the Abriza condos, the high rises.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's a nice place. It's one of the nicer malls, but yeah, I don't go there much unless I need to go to, what is it? I forget. Was it
is the Lions
the DJI store? I've been to like 4 times, but now my brain is farting and I can't remember if that was Abriza or SM Lanang, because those are the two.
Well, if there's DJI there, that's where I'll get all the 3 actors. Like, we're gonna go multi-cam setup in the future, just like Fresh and Fit and whatever. But yeah, we'll go to the DJI store and then I'll take you out to TGI for lunch or something.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
big spender.
Oh, I know. It
actually is.
We'll have all the gear and shit. We'll be all like on cloud 9 because I got paid
for a surf and turf.
Yeah. So yeah, the whole long story is, you know, Chris doesn't like it when I tell the whole story. Long story short, lost my family, lost everything, lost my income. Everything went to hell a couple of years ago. I went totally down degenerate things, started selling things in my house until I eventually lost my fucking house.
Sold his kidney too.
Yeah, that one sucks.
And then he spent the money on baseball cards.
Yeah, no, Pog. It was Pog.
Nice.
But no. But yeah, so I've been homeless for about a year, just kind of floating around. the Philippines, and that's why like right now I'm broke, but it's going to be a rags to riches. And we're actually leaving these episodes up where I look so homeless and gangly and thin because I used to be kind of ripped, because it'll show progress. But that's why I'm like fleecing for super chats now, because like in a week or two it's going to be like top notch. I spent my last 4 pesos on an off-label, off-brand cigarette that tasted like, like some fields. Like I used to smoke native cigarettes in Canada, and if a plastic bag blows into the field, they just like grind it up into the tobacco anyway. So every once in a while you're smoking a cigarette and you're like, what was in this?
And I keep talking to him about his smoking habit. I wish you wouldn't smoke. It's bad for your health, Michael.
Yeah, I know. It's terrible. It's terrible.
Mr. Fluke, I don't want to like lose my co-host to lung cancer.
We never say the C word.
Is that bad too?
No, I'm kidding.
On YouTube?
There's no wood to knock on because we live in the Philippines. Everything is cement or marble or metal.
Or gypsum.
Gypsum.
Oh, sorry.
But no, actually, weird fun fact. If the mom, when she gives birth and she has some kind of like Toxmo thing where they almost got to like abort the baby, like because it's like super like,
you're not allowed to say that either.
Yeah, but yeah, maybe, I don't know. But when the placenta is not doing its job and like the baby like is like basically like making a mess inside of his mom, and then it goes into her bloodstream and all that stuff, and like they almost had to get rid of me. And that's probably why I'm like genetically different than my siblings, because it like ramps up your immune system hardcore, and it did for my mom too. Statistically, after a woman
shitting and vomiting all over your amniotic sac.
Yeah, I'm sure whatever I was doing. But yeah, like apparently statistically, a woman that had that happen and survives it, she'll never get breast cancer. It's like a weird. So I mean, I probably got some kind of superpower from it.
That's cool.
Yeah, I know, it's interesting. It's like it's how they made Deadpool. They just like his immune system. They just like challenged it until he mutated. Yeah.
I thought it was like ooze.
No, that's a Ninja Turtles, bro.
Right.
Oh, I gotta watch that again.
The original, like 19.
The first one, yeah, with Casey Jones.
I could probably quote it for you, the whole movie.
No.
Da-na-na-na. And Sid goes walking down.
So yeah, so we were talking about, okay, so that's cool to know about that. Like I was thinking of getting a place around Ecoland, but maybe, I mean, depending on what the payout is, I mean, maybe I'll get a nicer place. It just depends if we have potential.
You know where you should go? Matina Enclaves.
Yeah. Is there
you know where you shouldn't go though? A condo.
Yeah.
Let's do an anti-condo rant, and then later in a few weeks we'll start scouting for condo scouts and totally change our stance. Like condos are the best.
Yeah, like, well, I mean, okay, so there's two things.
Sponsored now.
Because this actually does tie into what we want to talk about. So we want to talk about people that are LBH. We'll get to the condo stuff shortly. So tell us what the girls, and it's not just the Philippines. LBH is a term. What countries in Southeast Asia would you say that term is more adopted than here?
Thailand,
Japan, South Korea.
Maybe.
I think South Korea.
Japan isn't very welcoming to outsiders as a general rule, so I don't really consider them as like a haven for.
And they're not really Southeast Asia. I mean, I know they're Asian, but they're kind of like beside Canada, so. Probably like Taiwan, so like South Korea. South Korea is like the most racist of all the, and I'm going to do another episode on.
Are we ranking racist countries here, or the losers back home?
Just the ones that like make fun of foreigners the most. Probably, like, for me, I think it's South Korea.
I think Philippines is up there.
Yeah? Okay,
Yeah,
that's a good segue.
Like, this is where a lot of the guys, we come here and
the real brokies come
try
here
and flex our limited pension, 401k, or
the pay pigs, pensioner pay pigs.
Yeah, we come because they told us you can live like a king for $500 a month, and you'll be God's gift to women and be able to take your pick, like shooting fish in a barrel.
Yeah, maybe in 1994, when they were still wearing grass skirts. I'm joking.
94. Before they had cars and phones.
Yeah. I mean, they did use Carabao everywhere.
And they did.
In 94 still. 94, they didn't even have a lot of road. Like Palawan.
And in fairness, it's 2026 now, and they still don't have a postal service.
Well, they do.
They don't. It's all couriers. How are you going to send a letter? There's no post office. You never noticed that?
Yeah, but like
they don't even have addresses
they
here.
do have
Just
a,
say
like,
what street you're on.
there is some kind of nationalized mail system, but you have to pick it up at like, because in Palawan, I would get some real mail sometimes. It would take like 6 months.
Who delivered it?
It was dropped off at
J&T delivery service?
No, it wasn't that. It was like, just, there was no label like that. They had something. Okay. I don't know what it was though. It was just like standard, like no name anyway. But yeah, so LBH is like loser back home, and because of TikTok brain, it's kind of becoming a thing. Like right off the top, dating here is not what the Passport Bro bloggers say it is, especially the ones that are still in the States, or the ones that are like sitting at a desk all the time like we are now, that aren't like with boots on the ground, like Legion of Men being one of them, Better Bachelor. And no shade to any of these people, but a lot of them still kind of talk about Philippines past tense. But now, because there's been such an influx of guys in our age group and a little bit younger, guys without pensions, guys without whatever, you know, like a lot of these girls are looking for the top 1%, just like they do back home. So LBH was born, and it was probably from South Korea, I'm guessing, and then Filipinas, because they love K-pop and all that. They're kind of like, Filipinos are very self-deprecating about their own culture, so they really look to South Korea. So if something happens in South Korea, it'll probably happen here. And yeah, so we're going to talk about losers back home and like things that piss us off. Like I was saying this earlier, I cut myself off. I chose Palawan because of the Spanglish aspect, where it wasn't number one. It was like Siargao is number one. Bohol is number two with Panglao. Panglao is like all Koreans. Panglao, I've heard that. And then like number three is like maybe like somewhere around Cebu, and like number 3, 4 is Palawan. And that's why I lived in Palawan, because I didn't want to be surrounded by dumb ass foreigners all the time.
I heard that Panglao is actually part of Bohol, right?
It is. It's like right across a bridge or something.
I heard it's all Europeans there, no Americans, but overrun with Europeans. But more Europeans than locals.
I saw reels yesterday of Panglao, and it's like crazy.
But the Korean aspect is true, because they have their airline that flies directly to Bohol, skips Cebu and Manila. They just go straight from Korea to Bohol. So it's a big Korean tourist.
And then you got the Israelis in Siargao, and you got all that shit. And then like, I mean, Cebu, when I lived there, I was living in an area too. There was lots of Koreans there, lots of Korean shops. Some of the best places to get food, you know? But yeah, so what do we, you know, like my biggest pet peeve is you'll be sitting having a beer with an LBH, and even if he's lived here for like 10 years and he built something, and he got land, and he's divorced already, you know, he's already separated from his first wife.
Already lost his land.
Yeah, he's already got a bastard child, and like, you know, and he's been here. They still got their head on a swivel. Oh, look at that chick. Look at the tits on that one, you know, and like, and all that, like, really like, okay, dude, I don't know, like, to me, that's the biggest pet peeve. Like a couple of weeks ago in Cagayan, I met a guy from Hungary, and he was kind of like that. It's like, dude, man. And I think he was on meth.
I don't usually notice that with people that have been here for years.
Yeah, I see it.
For them, most of the time, I feel like their attitude is the thrill is gone, but they're still here because whatever. And
he was also my age. He was 44, 45.
What I find interesting, I had a guy he was actually staying in the same apartment complex. He was dating this girl. She's a massage therapist at Sabo or something in Matina. And they broke up a few weeks after he flew home. So he starts messaging me, hey, do you know any girls? I broke up with my girl. I'm like, no, I mean, I do, but they don't want you. You're back in Texas or something. And like, what do you have to offer them?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I'm not just gonna, if I did have girls, I wouldn't just be like, yeah, here's my black book. Take your pick. They're all at your disposal, sir. Like, go out and find them yourself. Do your own work.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of guys, too, like, I think one big mistake that LBHs make is that they get the hangover when they first come here, because they assume that it's the land of milk and honey, that all the chicks are like, yeah, I'm going to find one online before I go. You know, and I think that one's like, I mean, you might disagree with me on that, but I think it's retarded.
No, it's a bad idea because you're going to be finding a bad one online before you come, and then you're going to spend all this money on her, and then
even before you get on a plane.
As soon as you go home, though, that's when like her other suitors come back out of the hiding areas they were in.
Yeah. Yeah, and we're going to actually do a whole episode on how to avoid, if you do that, how to avoid getting fucked. Like, make friends with the barangay hall.
Make friends with other Filipinas, too, though.
Yeah, but like, okay, so for instance, if you're dating a girl online, you've never been to the Philippines, find out what barangay she's in, and then call the barangay and ask, you know, can you bring over some flowers, and then like scout it out and give the guy some money on the side? And like it's private eye shit.
I think that they would be tempted to like spread the Mari test, though, and she would just find out that she's being spied on.
Possibly.
Because of the local, loyalty to their countrymen.
Possibly. But there are ways to like get to know somebody, like, and barangay hall, that was a tip somebody else gave me, just to avoid dating scams. And what you do is you just be like, you know, like, is that house, like, is there a foreigner that lives in that house? Like, is she married already? Like what's going on there? And when you drop off the flowers, when she answers the door, like, you know, like, is she, you know, whatever BMI that she says she is?
But for the guy to get the girl's address to send the flowers, she's already kind of had to pass some tests, because a girl that is living with another guy, she's not going to just give up her address.
Yeah, but she's like, what are the chances that he's going to go private eye on her? You know what I mean? Like, what are the chances?
Well, yeah, but a girl that's trying to hide something, she's going to be kind of protective of her address.
But if you know her name, you know, like, I mean, there's still like, oh, if I send you Gcash, like, you're gonna have to know the name on the account or whatever, you know, like you're gonna get the name, and the barangay hall knows everybody. So it's just like, it's just one of those things. But anyway, yeah, you'll get these guys that kind of treat the Philippines like Amazon, you know, like they're online shopping, they're going through dating profiles. The most, like, I mean, if you're fat back home, you're fat here, you're undesirable. If you're fat, like, just stay home until you're not fat. Because you're greasy, you know, like, there's three kinds of guys I saw in another reel, but from a Filipina, it's like, you know, there's the ones that just like have zero like frame at all, but they're super overconfident, and they're really like, it's cringe, awkward, ick. And then you got the greasy ones that think that they're God's gift to women too. And like, I would say that a lot of boomers are like that.
It's kind of like how women have an overinflated sense of self-worth on the sexual marketplace.
Yeah. And a lot of guys do too.
They overestimate the amount of boost they're going to get by coming here.
Yeah, and you got to realize that this place is like,
a lot of them have their own money. They don't need you.
And there's like Philippines has been blowing up. They don't have their
own money. They've got 10 other guys that they can get money from that are handsome and younger than you and more fit, and you're never going to be the best option.
No, you're not. Because like a lot of these girls are getting messages from randoms, you know, like if they got a bikini shot on Instagram, and these guys are adding a network of women on Instagram, and then it'll come up in the people you may know, and then they're just window shopping all the time. And it's like, then when, you know, they talk to them and everything's great, like through chat, and then when you come, it's like, oh, she's a hooah.
Yeah, it's always funny to me, like when I would add a girl from a dating site, and then I would see another different island girl somewhere 600 miles away on a different island, but these two girls both have the same mutual friend who is some guy in Washington State.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, this guy is a collector, so if you just want eye candy, you go to get that guy's friends.
I know.
She's cute, and I'm going to steal all his friends.
Yeah, but a lot of guys do that. That's why, like, on the Asia-based TV account, like, right now it's the only one I've got for Instagram. I deleted all my other ones, and I mean, I'll never follow a girl.
But those girls that have multiple foreign friends, that like hundreds of foreigners on their account, it's probably their third or fourth account, first of all, but they're just like the worst ones to talk to. Yeah,
and because of the whole like exoticness, a lot of guys fetishize Asian girls, and they choose the Philippines because English is the first language. These girls, I mean, they look
like they have
pure, you know, but these girls, they can act pure too. Like, they don't get the 1,000-cock stare necessarily, you know, but they like, they've been run through, but you can't tell. It's very deceiving.
Yeah.
And then
you have the innocent doe eyes, and
the man has the rose-colored glasses because he's been told and fed that this place is like, you know. So it's like, but yeah, like after I meet people that even when they went through that hangover of getting rolled by several women, you know, they're still like head on a swivel, you know, and it's just like, dude, like, I mean, I don't know. Like like we were talking the other day how we're kind of getting through, like we're finally reaching that point where it's like, hello, fellow kids, and we have to like start maybe dressing differently or just starting to like behave a little more because people are looking up to us now in some ways, or in other ways they might expect more, or we just look really ridiculous to other foreigners. You know?
In many ways, I am that guy in my mind, so I try not to be that guy out loud.
Yeah, I am
like,
too.
I'm always going to notice pretty girls walking by, but I try not to like make comments to the next dude that I just met. Oh, check out the ass on that one.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Or like, dude, look at that one.
Put it back in your pants.
I fucked her, bro. You know, like all that shit. Like, she's great, man. You know, like, it's just like, no, dude. You know, I think that's why a lot of guys retreat to, you know, like the backwoods because they think they're going to get the fresh crop. You know, like a lot of retirees, like they go to Leyte, they go to Dumaguete, you know, the lower cost of living there. Sick grandpa says that's where all the broke go to die.
Well, Dumaguete is just overrun with foreigners too. So
well, now it is, yeah. Like the word's gotten out. Like, would you say there's any undiscovered area in the Philippines?
Samar. That's probably the biggest undiscovered island, like as far as having the least amount of foreigners.
I hear Sulu.
They're very poor.
Sulu is really up and coming.
Sulu.
I mean, you know, like people like they're just losing their heads about how great that place is. They're dying to get in, man.
Oh, I guess it's been long enough, but
yeah.
We're not talking about anyone in particular.
No, we're not. We're not. Because like a lot of our friends are boomers too, and some of them live in Leyte and Dumaguete. But I just hear stories, you know, from them, my friends. So yeah, like we're not taking pot shots, but
and some of the people that, you know, were in our own community of creators met an untimely end, but it wasn't through beheading. It was, you know, the other thing. I don't want to bring up his name for like respect because during that period when they were looking for his body, there were so many people that were doing the false sympathy or like sensational, like reporting the news, and there's nothing new to report, and they're just trying to get clouds.
Was it the Eastman state?
Yeah, I purposefully.
I know. I'm sorry, man. But that was rough, dude. Like I never saw more clips of floating unalived people.
There was a lot
with like skulls open.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah, brutal. Every angle too. Everybody.
Colored skin was.
But the thing is, like a Filipino or a white or even a black person, when they've been in the ocean for like a week.
Yeah, and
they're all the same color.
Determined that wasn't even him.
Yeah, like in the end, we're all the same color. It's weird, eh? Like how that happens. But it's awful. It's awful. Yeah. He lives not too far from where I was recently.
Who?
Eastman. He was out. Basically, if you look at the map, he was far to the left of where I was on the map. Another maybe hour or two away from where I was.
From Cebuco.
Yeah, and that's like kind of.
It wasn't anywhere near.
No. Okay, maybe yeah. When I was looking at it, I just thought, wow, that's like maybe I was still in Dadzilla mode over my own children being abducted. So I was like, it's close enough for me, you know. like I gotta save them. But yeah, so we've covered the guys that like perpetually act like they're in heat.
Oh, this would be a good time. No, you wanted to save that, right? Keep it in dry powder.
Which part?
We have someone that we follow who's in the Filipina creator sphere, and one of our friends left a comment like on her stream. It was like,
Are we talking about somebody with the first name of S? No.
P. Okay.
Stroke brain memento.
All right. Let's get back on track.
If you want, you can. I mean, I don't care. It's all like, because if we recap on the real show, it doesn't matter.
Okay, so the other night I was going through the YouTube stream and
yeah. We'll save that one. Oh, but that's a good. Okay, so pay pigs. The P was for pay pig. Yeah. Like now I'm just kind of processing what I should say. So one of our parasocial friends
to see someone's name that I knew, and is that? Yeah, there's only one that I know of with the numbers at the end.
Yeah. So we always turn off the live chat, like for people that watch our streams after the fact, and because we don't want that to happen. Like if somebody makes a fool out of themselves, that particular friend, I know he likes his wobbly pops, and he usually watches it at a time, but he was glazing a girl.
He wasn't simping, like trying to donate money to her, but he was like trying to shoot his shot.
He has
in a backhanded way.
It wasn't even in a backhanded way. It was pretty like, can I tell people that you're my long distance girlfriend so that way they'll shut up? It's like he basically admitted to getting bullied at work, and that he asked in a chat with the live chat that's still there for with replay.
Thousands of people in the chat. And he's just like a nameless avatar. Can I tell people that we're together?
Yeah,
Come on, hook a brother up.
Yeah, that's a good one to bring up for this one. Yeah, that's excellent, and we'll preserve his identity because I still might meet the guy, but
And so when you're at home and you're watching these girls that are like prancing around, look how pretty I am, and they got all these guys that are leaving donations, just know that she's never going to be interested in you, Mr. Guy in America, who has a job and isn't able to come here yet, because there's guys like him who are already in the country, and he's already met these girls at the bars and has carnal knowledge, or maybe not yet, but it's hard to compete with people that are already here and doing like on the streams that I canned, I took offline, like I told you the story about how like because here there's no divorce. So after I got separated, I kind of wanted to get the green light from the wife, even though I know she had moved on. I was informed she had moved on, but I needed her to officially move on before I did, because if I move on, like you look like the bad guy.
Yeah. And there's laws though. Mm-hmm. Right. So, and if I'm going to have a custody situation, so there was a while when, I was just exclusively banging people in LDRs. Long distance relationships, or some of them had rings, and I did that because it would keep it discreet. That way I know they're going to keep their mouth shut, and then I keep my mouth shut. But I would, I know you always think it's silly that I say this. But I
was going to say, do you think you're going to catch karma for that later?
No, because I'm never going to put myself in that position again.
You're never going to be married again.
No, I'm never going to do that again. And I'm not,
you will have girls cheat on you eventually you
already know how I roll, like I have rotations.
Easy come, easy go.
Yeah. Like I have rotations, and I know that they have rotations, and I'm just part of it's gears, man.
Someday you will meet another girl who makes you want to settle down. I think
there's possibly when I'm getting older too.
And that's when it will come. Or maybe you live happily ever after, and
I think that there's a point, and you and I talked about this the other day, where like when you're a playboy or a fuckboy or whatever, and you're dating a girl, and that you're both just in each other's rotation, but there's going to be that one day when you just look at each other and you're just like, have we had all of the coitus? Have we done all the things? In the end,
with it yet?
Yeah, in the end, if she's going to help me grow my business, or she's going to be whatever, I'm going to know that her microchip is fried. I'm going to know that. And I'll just be like, are we now at the age where we can put our shields and swords down? And we won't ever get married, and I'll never buy her land, but she can live on the land I buy with a trust that my kids own. And I'll just be like, do you just want to try this out? And then I always have that thing in the back of my head that it might not work out. But just to close off on my last story, so many times I'd be voiding a warranty. And then after that, the girl's like, okay, I just got to fix my hair. And then I need to be alone in your room for a little while I call my significant other in Texas or wherever it was, Massachusetts. And, so yeah, I had a lot of those experiences. So but when you're the side guy, and we say this a lot too, you really know how easily women lie. And that's another reason too. Once you've been the side guy, I've been the side guy probably 50 to 100 times, no lie, no cap, as they say. And, you just get to know how easy it is. So because of that, You know, and then if I'm an older man and I'm dating a 20-year-old, like, you think I'm gonna like know that she's not having some bong bong on the side? Like, you think I'm not gonna put that together? I mean, at the end of the day, if she's making my cornflakes every day, you know, like, you just, when you get to a certain age,
changing your shit bag,
yeah, or whatever, you know, hopefully that doesn't happen. But yeah, I mean, that's the world we live in now, in my opinion. And I know that a lot of people gonna think that's sad, but I mean, I was with somebody for 9 years and we were tight. No, don't worry about it. And I mean, you know, if you want to have your douche flute, you can.
Right in front of the microphone, though.
It's okay. But yeah, man.
Fix the mic settings so we're not going to be like.
Yeah. Someone's going to make a supercut of me breathing because all the other episodes I had the wrong settings on. It's coming now that I've said that.
Other settings good for the show actually being.
It's going to be a whole new laptop. It's going to have a whole new chipset. It's going to be just better.
Is the show listed right now? Because I saw it on my homepage, but
at one point we had 3 people in it. There's like nobody though, unless we do verticals.
So why do you want to keep doing horizontals?
Because I kind of want these to be like the lost tapes. I'm just building up steam, man. For us, this is an exercise for you and me. I'm doing this for us.
But you also want to do horizontal when the show starts.
Yeah,
Mowing queer.
Yeah,
so.
because every show that we do is going to have 5 segments minimum that are clipped, like 20-minute, 30-minute videos, and then we're going to have 5-10 clips, reels, and those are going to be pulling people in.
But those are going to be vertical.
Yeah, and yes, those will be vertical.
And so
those will be the things that get
us. You're making more work for me because I have to convert from landscape to portrait.
Whatever. That's just the way it's going to be.
Curses.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, it's not just you doing it. Like I'm gonna, like, I already told you my strategy. I don't want to, you know, say all
the strategy of sitting in the bar and being in the chair closest to the bathroom.
Yeah. No. Yeah, you got to watch a previous stream for that one, or a future stream. But no, man, it's just yeah, like, we're gonna have a lot of vertical content, so that's why, like, I know we could get more people, but like, really, if anybody like is just doom scrolling through lives and they come upon this, I don't want them to find this. Now, what we could do is maybe, if we dual laptop this shit and have a good internet connection, we could actually have 2 streams and dedicate a 4th camera just to doing a vertical stream. Right beside, like we'll have a mount with 2 cameras on it, and one of those cameras will be connected to another laptop that is also jacked into this. And then it'll be doing a vertical as well that we could be doing on
multicast.
Yeah.
Would we have to use one of my channels for the second stream?
That's a good point. Yeah. We'll figure it out. Like, maybe on Facebook we'll just do vertical or something. But like, that way at least it exists, and then you don't have to do as much editing. And you know, I have the OBS profile for it already.
Well,
shit. We was vertical and shit. I might bring back all the old streams too.
Changing creator habits.
Yeah. Yeah, I might bring back all the old streams. I just want to go through them again, make sure there's nothing in there that's like,
where you were calling people to violence.
I never did that.
Yeah. What about you?
I never.
What about this? You said like, hey, everybody, go to your kitchen and grab a knife and go attack the nearest ginger.
You mean a pointy thing? I never said that's not a knife. But no, I just want to make sure that, you know.
Joke lang or the algo.
Shut up, bitch.
Took you long enough.
No, I know. I didn't have it ready. Yeah. So I don't know, man. We can talk a little bit about the inside baseball for the show and all the gear we're going to get for it later. But let's keep going on the LBHs.
Who's in here with us, though? Tell us where you're from.
Nobody's here with us.
There's 2 watching. I'm one.
You're on a delay right now.
Guest.
Live, it's no concurrence.
So whoever's here now probably didn't see me do the hands yet.
No, I don't think anyone did. Like, they're not even jazz hands.
No, it's just, he does it slowly, like right in front of his face. Like, you can't stop.
Well, who are you talking about?
Will Ferrell.
I know, but you just got to say that because I bet we're going to get the same viewer twice with this low-grade fucking garbage content.
No, he's gone. Yeah, I forced him out, so fuck.
Oh.
I mean, fun.
I mean, yeah, I don't even have it. Yeah, that's what I was going for. Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother now. But yeah, so so the dating thing, meeting them online, being incredibly thirsty to a point where it's embarrassment. I mean, you still got to remember other men are looking at you too, bro. Like, but what else? So
yeah, a lot of men are looking at you in the Philippines.
Oh, yeah.
Mostly men. When you go out to the bars, the ones who drink, they're almost all gay.
It's true. Like your clone, my buddy back home in Canada, my buddy Mike, he told me, he's like, dude, every time I go to the Philippines, it's like, because he stays in nice hotels, and like at the end, they'll just kind of linger for a second, but there's no real tipping culture here. So he's like, they want another tip. They want the tip, like he noticed that and he warned me about it. And it is true. But I mean, when you're drinking water out of a blue jug, when you're buying hot soup in a plastic bag, there's going to be chemical transfer, hormone disruptors. There's just going to be stuff in the water. And it makes the girls like mature faster. They become sexualized younger. And
that's because of the blue jugs?
Partially, because a lot of times people get multiple jugs and then they sit in the backyard and then they sit in the sun and then it leaches into the water.
Is that the same chemical that comes in the receipts that you didn't want to touch?
Yeah, BPA.
You were afraid of being gay?
I always say keep it. Yeah. It's turning the frog. No, yeah, BPA. That's proven.
BPA? Yeah. I'm not saying I disbelieve you. I do believe you because I've told other people now. Yeah. But I told them vicariously through you, like my friend Mike told me. Yeah. And then if it turns out to be false, then
so you're not really owning it yet.
Yeah.
I've actually because I told you at the one cafe I used to go to in Cagayan, the girls just to be like wretches and really annoying banshees, they would like purposely rap like when I'd buy something. I told them that, and I showed them the facts. Like, yeah, like literally, like, look, it's a hormone disruptor and it's like 10,000 times higher than the FDA allows for anything to come into contact with food if you consume it. But because it's paper, it's not subject to the FDA. So it has 10,000 times higher BPA that is permissible in any contact. But I mean, we know that the skin is a sieve. So after that, like whenever I would buy a beer or whatever, they would wrap the receipt around the condensation on the bottle. Like it would just stick to it. So like, I got to pick it up. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Or my coffees, like my 7-Eleven coffee runs, they would like wrap it around the cup after that. And I had to be like, no. And then one was like, don't you look gay enough, Mike? Are you really afraid any further?
And then you had to beat up a trans person just to like claim your masculinity.
No, there is a story there. I'll save that one. But because maybe that's a loser back home thing, guys. That like, no, I was flashed and approached, and it's always the men on hormones.
Flashed, like he showed you his dick.
Yeah, he went like Chams.
Yeah.
And then like when we're facing the road on the left, there's like all the beer stuff there. There's all the empty beer things, and then there's a water meter. And then right by the edge of the sidewalk in there at the corner, he was facing me, peeing on the ground so I could see his junk. And then it was the one that I got the video of in jail, like in the police station. They ended up asking me if I wanted to press charges. I've never had trouble in the Philippines.
Took a video of him when he had to pee again?
No. It was only when he was doing the fake waterworks and stuff. And this guy was like an orc. Like he was like one of those like leather, like he just needed a chainsaw. And I bet you he never wears lotion. So he doesn't have a basket to put it in either.
Well, you probably told him about the dangers of fucking suntan lotion and he stopped.
No, it was just like, I just find that sometimes the hormones, it makes men off kilter. And what it does is it makes them be a little more emotional. And then you get into these situations where, I was sitting there enjoying my time, hanging out with a bunch of guys that I know there. And then they just like pull up a chair like they're allowed to, and it's like, what are you doing for one? And then they're already drunk. So they're talking loud, like really loud, like where were you that you're deaf? You can't hear anything properly because they're probably at a bar. And it's just like, who are you entitled to like come sit with? Because you're part of what the West would consider a protected class, but you ain't protected here. That's kind of what I like it about here, like, And so I got assaulted. I waited till I got punched in the face. I guess I am telling the story, but I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm going to leave my reaction out of it, and I'll save that for another one. But in the end, I got punched in the face, which I used as a segue. But then in the process of the scuffle, an old man, the individual had elbowed an old man right in the face, popped his face open. So he came with us too, and then somebody called, and then when the police interviewed everybody, they totally said that me and the old man were totally clean because we didn't do anything wrong. And we were I got punched in the freaking face. And and then then that individual had been the one to call the police on us. And it's like, wow, now you're warped. And so we went there.
Uno reverse card.
Yeah, I pulled an Uno on that one, and then it was just in the end, they just asked me do you want to press charges? And I did that whole I let it sit in the air for 30, it literally was the longest 30 seconds for that person. And then I said, nah, and I had eye contact the whole time. And then you just see the look of relief. Apparently, for other people, because after that, I asked the police, I'm like, so I'm innocent, right? Yeah. Can you drive me back to where I was? Can you put the lights on? So they put the lights on and everything, and I got a VIP. There was 2 cars.
So you were in the jail cell?
No. I wasn't in a cell. I was at a desk.
Oh.
And they already knew me there because when I first came to Cagayan, I announced my presence because I said my kids were kidnapped. So they already knew who I was. And I made a good impression that day too. So when they already knew who I was, I'm like, yeah. And they were laughing and they're like, oh, okay. And they're do you want us to put the lights on? So they did. And then they pull up, and then I just sat there. I had my hand on the door thing because the windows are tinted, and I just wanted to wait because it was still full. All the tables were full, and everybody was it was 3:30 in the morning. And I just waited a minute. I really like long pauses now. I'm getting to that point, and I don't know, I can handle them. I don't need to always fill. So I just wait, and then I open the door, and as soon as I do, it was 1980s movie standing ovation. Even the principal was like,
was there a slow clap?
Huh?
Did someone start the slow clap?
Yeah. If you were there, you would have. But no, it was funny. And then people were trying to buy me drinks and stuff, but only because I noticed their bottle was almost empty, and they were going to hope I was probably going to get the refill. But so that was a really, really fun night. I'll probably tell that story again because I've got more than one story of that demographic. And I think we've already triggered the algorithm enough. The fact that we have a total of 9 views, and most of them were less than 5 seconds. So I think we're really killing it, bruh. I think even before we start the show, we're probably going to get traffic from third-party platforms like Reels, Facebook. We're probably not going to. YouTube's probably already got us in the basement, metaphorically.
Yeah, hopefully we can find some time to make some shorts.
Yeah, we will. I mean, we're gonna hire someone pretty quickly. I'll have the budget for a month.
If these are gonna be the lost tapes, though, who gives a shite?
Yeah, but I'm still gonna leave them up. But these will be the ones that people farm for mocking us. When we get better at our job, we won't make faux pas. We will have already agreed through eye contact and certain things that let's not do that again. And then these ones
let's not call out the bar owners that I'm trying to be friends with and say that they're paying off the cops.
Yeah, do I have to clip this now? I clipped it out, bro. I got it out. I removed it, but we're not going to say what one it was. Police are not paid off here. Actually, we live in Davao. The police are the best police. They're the very best. So, they're definitely. Oh, I don't have the I approve this message, but I do.
We love you. You're very special.
We do love the police here, especially when they try to give us tickets for having a cigarette.
Actually, though, some of the police that I've met are very, very cool.
All the cops I've met in the Philippines, and except for that one, but even that one he tried to give me a ticket, but he didn't speak English very well. So I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, well, you know what? I really appreciate you letting me off with a warning. Thanks, pat on the back. Have a good day now. And I just kind of walked away, and he was just and then he angrily sat in his car in that spot for a little while. And
wondering what just happened.
Yeah, it's a
Jedi mind trick.
Yeah, it was just language barrier with that one particular moment. But no, I mean, you and I have sat in that same alleyway and had butts with traffic police. So and that alleyway is a private area. It's technically that ground is owned by somebody. It's an alleyway that the landowner
created. You can see it from the street.
No, because we're always just around.
I was.
That one time, though, I wasn't. But still, even he would have come in anyway. He was looking, like that one guy, he was looking for a little bit of tea money, I think. Because they're supposed to let you off with a warning the first time. And that was my first time. And I knew I get off with a warning.
They are, but the warning is a written warning. You still have to.
Well, I evacuated the situation, went for lunch. But I specifically went for lunch in line of sight. So if he wanted to give me the written warning, he could have. So I didn't like break any laws or anything. I gave him the opportunity. I just wrapped up the conversation as quick as possible and got the fuck out. But
I had police tell me where to go hide and smoke before when I first came to Davao, like on a scouting trip.
Yeah.
Was walking down Rojas. It was before the night market started, so all the vendors are putting their shit up and getting ready for it. And there's like the police.
Those guys are the
it was P&P.
Yeah. They're nice.
It was.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that the ban was like everywhere. So I walked up to the cops like, hey, where can I go to smoke? Like,
yeah.
I was thinking maybe there's more smoking areas that are considered fine.
Yeah.
But this one guy was like, hey, just go hide over here and stand behind this truck and we won't mess with you. I was like, okay, thank you very much.
It's kind of like a paper bag drinking at a public park in Montreal. Like there's, starts with an L. It's like just before Saint Denis. It's on the Orange Line. Sherbrooke? No. I don't remember. But there's Parc La Fontaine. And it's based on the one in Central Park in New York. It's actually done by the same guy. It's a mini version of that. And the guys there, like if you just wrap it in a paper bag, they know what you're doing, but they'll leave you alone because if they see it, then they have to act. Because if someone else has a recording that they saw it and didn't do anything about it, that's on their ass. So if you just are, proper. So what you did, I mean, I'm sure that's, but still you shouldn't smoke in public in Davao.
Right.
Yeah. But, yeah, I mean, there was one other run-in I had with the cops when I was like all ripped and shit, like jacked on testosterone and shit. Several years ago, I was like, got out of the gym. It started to rain. I was sweaty like a motherfucker because they don't have aircon in the gyms here. And I drove around the corner and I was just like, I live like 2 seconds away. And like 9 police officers, because they all like huddle under a tree during the rain, were like running after me. And I could have just sped off. But since I go by that corner every day, like at least 20 times, like I just thought they're going to see me again and get me again. So I doubled back and I'm like, what is it? And they're like, you got to put a shirt on, bro. And I'm like, why? You jelly? Like, I did kind of get like a little lippy because the PCT that I take too, I take the, what's it called? It's the one that like turns your balls back on. Not HCG.
Melatonin?
No. It starts with a C. It's right there. I can pick it up. But anyway.
Clomid.
Clomid. Yeah. It kind of, it messed my vision up a little bit too, but it kind of makes you a little bit like angsty. So I was like, what? Like I actually did make the joke, are you jelly? Like I was like, oh, like, and I actually rubbed his belly. I actually like had the balls I rubbed the police officer's belly and I'm like, is this why you don't want me to have no shirt?
But did you have the shirt law because it was a conservative area?
All of the Philippines, you have to wear a shirt no matter what. But if you're white and you're like, and at the time, I mean, I was kind of tanned, but I'm still clearly
people
white.
Walking around with no shirt every day.
Locals.
Yeah.
Yeah. Locals.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to remember the men, like, I mean, how do you feel when you see, okay, I'm not going to put it on you, but.
No, it's the same with jaywalking. I understand. Like, all the locals can jaywalk, but if I do it, I stick out and like, I'm a guest here, so I shouldn't be disrespecting the customer.
Yeah, like that's number one, you're fucking with national pride. The second thing is there are some men in the world, in the West, right now especially, because of things heating up and everything like that, that some white guys, or even some black women, when they see a white girl and a black guy, like they have bad names, like some white guys have bad names for girls, Mud, and then underwater big fish predator, Mud,
I know.
Shark. Like they'll have these names for them because they get upset that oh, they're taking our women, and so some of these men in this country, they don't like that white people are coming here and taking some of the women. So there's that kind of jealous anger. Like I wouldn't say, I mean, it's just.
No, I imagine they hate it.
It's like an unspoken thing.
But most of them just like switch
super
play
chill.
for the other team anyway. They
Okay, yeah. Another
take our women. We prefer dicks in our mouths anyway.
Yeah. I'm sure that's got to be approved by YouTube for us to say that.
I wonder if that's going to get clipped.
No, I don't know, man. I don't know. I was already thinking earlier, like when we were talking about our friend, I want to add in the Leonardo DiCaprio when he's like, and he, you know, like that little, like people have a reel, and then right before the stitch, you know, like, and then like Leonardo DiCaprio sitting on the couch. We'll make that one probably. We'll clip farm that one. I know that's going to be. But no, like I do think that like you got to be careful. Like the only times I was ever drugged in the Philippines was never by a woman. It was by a man. You know, like I'll quickly tell that one story again where I was at a bar at
That's why I prefer the bear.
Yeah. But that could be interpreted in many different ways.
I didn't mean the gay bear.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know.
No, like men have a proclivity. Men have a proclivity to be predators, right? Haven't we learned that from our feminist friends?
Yeah.
That's why I drank their Kool-Aid, and because you got drugged by a man, now
Yeah.
I don't trust men.
Yeah, you don't trust men?
Nope, they all scare me.
Because they're trying to what?
Get in my back door.
Oh.
You know that yeah, we don't have to talk about that.
Are you a boy or a girl?
Why are you gay?
I was looking for that one actually, but I couldn't find it. It's on there though. I'm gonna have to get I'm gonna get the new keypad thing. But okay, so losers back home. We covered pay pigs. We covered people that window shop online before they get here, and then they got their head on a swivel after they get burned, and like they never learn their lesson. You know, guys that are entitled with women. You know, you get a foreigner. Like I remember once I had a guy. Like this guy looked like The Rock, but he was like 4 feet tall, and he was giant, massive tats. He had a couple teardrop tattoos under one eye. And he's in a Speedo, and the dude had like 8 packages. You know, like he was hung, and he was wearing a Speedo. He's like this little short guy, but massive muscles, and he's hung. And he made it a point, while I'm sitting next to my future wife at the time, to sit beside her and ask her if I was bothering her. Like, there's guys like that too. Like, like even she was like, bro.
That would be good as a prank video.
Nah. I you know what? Like, even if I was like, you know, like ripped like I was, but even twice, because next time I do it, I'm gonna go big or go home. But no,
it could be done right. If you had someone that was very small, no muscles, and like obviously like short statured and like, let's say low value.
I mean,
and then go up to a guy and his girl, and he's like super ripped and buff, and then that fake confidence or the undeserved confidence to go up to a baddie and be like, hey, is this guy bothering you? It could be funny.
If I did it, I would
not if you did it, but
okay. But if anybody did it, I would carefully select the guy, because I'd be like, this guy needs an origin story. He's got potential. Like, I would only do it to somebody that had the potential and was wasting it.
You could even do it, like, go up ahead of time and say, hey, we want to do a video. Can we do it, and get permission? But it would be good content. Because
like, you don't tell them what we're going to do.
My friends...
and whoever the big guy is that we use, he wouldn't even be visible when you tell them that. So, and we wouldn't tell them what we're going to do. We're like, can we make a video? We're not going to tell you what it is yet, but can we make a video? We just want the reaction to be real. And like, okay. I'm like, okay, my buddy will be here in a bit. And then we'll go away, and then it'll just happen. You know, and then he'll be like, he won't know if it's the bit or not, because he didn't see the big guy, whoever it will be.
One of my creator friends here, I don't want to say his name because I don't want to like connect the dots as if I'm calling him unattractive or not muscular, but he's a smaller guy. But he does videos like that where he goes up and like flirts with girls who in real life he probably wouldn't be bothering them, but he'll just walk up and be like,
and he records it.
What's up, girl? Yeah, and it's funny. It's like, it's a comedy, it's a skit. But he, everywhere he goes, he tries to get a girl, hey, make some content with me real quick, and then he'll just like stare in her eyes and what's up.
There's this one like modern pop star guy, Johnny something, and he looks like a young Zac Efron.
Bravo.
No.
Sins.
No.
Carson.
No. You're old, dude. You're so old. No, he's like Valentine, Johnny Valentine, or some cheesy name like that. But he always does these videos while he's not in with his band and shit, where he'll like do something where like he's just about to take a sip at a fountain, and then like someone will come along and like he'll arrange it so it's like he's pushed. And the girl will see that he just got pushed, and then he turns around while he's drinking from the fountain with like his like blue steel, super emo like, and then he even does the like blink and then like, oh, you're beautiful, like kind of look. But then on the video, on the reel, he slows it down and plays it like a love song. So it's like, so just imagine the setup, you know, like this guy's sitting there or whatever, and then someone like pushes him, and then the girl sees it, and then the guy turns around pretending he thinks that she did it. And then it's like, I'm not doing it any justice, but it's really funny. You know, like that shit.
You should put...
This is our worst one.
Put it in a post later.
Yeah.
YouTube post.
Yeah.
I want to do more posts.
I got to find it, man. I've never saved one of them. But yeah, he's just... His whole thing is like literally like he'll be on the beach and stuff, and then like somebody will like knock his beer over, and then he'll like look at the girl that... Like he always does it when he's within proximity of a girl that... Then she'll be like, oh no, that just happened. And then like, but then someone else is recording the girl's reaction too. And the girl is always like looking first in horror. And then she's like, cause he slows motions it, right? So then she'll like smile, and they smile at each other. Like it's really cheesy, but it's funny as hell. But yeah, now I sound like
I could say one thing.
I just want to end the stream. What?
Well, I do need to bounce in a minute.
Yeah.
That just reminded me of the other meme reel style that I've seen a lot lately, and then that just like floated the fuck out of my brain.
Oh, another thing that losers back home do is like,
I got it. It's where someone is like walking and like no one's looking at them, but then they scream at the top of their lungs like, ah! And then all the people turn at once to look at why he's screaming, and then it'll take a screenshot of it and be like, badass.
Yeah, I saw one where this guy, he walked up to a bunch of people and kind of elbowed while he dropped his notepad. And then the person picks it up, and then he grabs his pen and he acts like he's giving an autograph. And it's pretty funny, you know. So shit like that's funny. Like you know, like I do like that stuff. But like I don't want to become a prank channel. That'd be like an inverted whatever, because they started.
No, we wouldn't do it. But I respect the hustle on that shit. Or like I was telling you the other day, like the videos were like, I'm not tired, and then the guy like goes out and like, you know, like, I don't know, like he sees like a soccer ball on the ground, and he like picks it up and bounces it off his head, and then in the next scene you see him walking away, but he's partially transparent, and he looks at his transparent hands, and then he looks back and he sees his corpse because it was a rock, because he's too tired to realize it was not a soccer ball. And that one's been overdone by like so many people, but it's funny. I think you have to be there for that one.
I think for all of them in particular. I think there's everything I've said. I mean, yeah.
Us talking about reels
what you just said,
the greatest replay value,
is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling...
So I do need to bounce the Signal. If you guys visit Davao, come see me at Signal and hang out in our cyberpunk cafe / lounge / bar / restaurant.
Yeah, man. You got to get that.
Because we're planning a grand opening this week with
people,
cosplay contest and K-pop dancers.
You're going to see latex
bloggers,
latex and titties. Hopefully.
The titties might be on the next one.
We should have
They wanted to do a spice version, like the 18. The whole thing is 18 plus, but they want to do a spicy version if they have more time to promote it and do a bigger event.
I wonder if they're allowed to wear body paint and count that as not being indecent. Like that girl that went to the gym who wore body paint shorts.
I don't know, but my buddy Johnny sent me video of a body paint competition from Angeles a few years ago, and he was like, hey, I don't have anyone else to share this with, but check this out. I was like, not bad. They had like American flags painted on them.
Yeah.
But because the girls needed to do squats, that's for sure.
Yeah, that was the best clip I ever did so far from the original Philo Republic show. We were going to talk about other things they do, like condos was on the list of things to talk about too, but we'll actually make an episode about that in the future.
Leave it in the jar. I gotta
in the pipe.
get ready for an interview.
All right, man. Well, thank you everybody for watching. My name is Mike Fluke, and I'm joined by my co-host Chris, aka Quest, aka What Do I Do with My Hands? And if you ever want to drop a super and support our swill, our slop, that's probably why we don't get anybody watching, because we use the GS term a lot.
Asia-based TV/tip.
Oh, yeah, if you want to do that. And if you want to leave a voicemail for us in a future episode, you can go to asiabase.tv/record, or you can also join the members only, and make sure you check out our Facebook page or Kick if you want to see other stuff. And that is it. Thank you very much for watching. And
thanks for chilling. Deuces.
Yeah, man. I'm not even ready to end it yet. Here we go. I wanted to end on something, though.